Hey, yo, shalom, shalom, all praises to the Most High. Yo, Yehoshua. This is YYBY. My peoples, check this out. I want to talk about something. Mixing in headphones. Mixing in headphones. And why I say I like to do most of my work mixing in headphones, even though I still use the studio monitors. First, I want to say this. Everybody has their own analogy of how they do things and how they do things and what they do when it comes to music, right? And everybody has a certain thing that they're right about, because everybody have a different perspective and a different way of doing things. But it don't matter if you buy $10,000 speakers, right? Studio monitors. The fact is, you still going to have to play it on another system. You still going to have to play it maybe in your car, or whatever it is after you do your mixing. You would think that since speakers cost that much, you shouldn't have to go play it in nothing to see how it sounds, right? See, but that's not always the case. So my point is that what I think, and for me having, for the last 20 years, having like 6 pair of different monitors, they all EQ different. And some have lower bass, some has more bass, some has more mids, some has more mod highs. So therefore, you have to learn them. You have to learn what you're dealing with, people. End of the day, what you buy, you have to learn what you're dealing with. But it's one thing I say that every speaker or every headphone should have, and what you should listen to is, do it have a flat response? Even though the EQ different, try to get it to the flat much as you can. Not something with too much bass or too much mids or too much high. Something that's kind of like in the flat area, and you'll learn that through experience of dealing with different headphones and different studio monitors. But that's the same way with headphones, if you ask me. Every headphone has a different EQ, and you have to get the ones with the least flat response, right? Now you got open backs and you got closed backs. Me personally, I like closed backs. The reason why I love closed backs is because I want to have all this sound in my ear. I don't want nothing out when I'm mixing. I want my mind to be focused on that and nothing around me, right? And the reason why I like mixing the headphones is because I can listen to every detail. When it comes to delays, when it comes to the reverb, when it comes to something being panned left and right, when it comes to the smallest detail, you can really listen to it. Because a lot of the time that you might miss that detail on the speakers in the room, and then you play it in the open area or on a bigger speaker or in your car, or when you go play it on some other headphones, you be like, yo, wow, that jumped out at me. When I listened to it on the speakers, on the studio monitors, I was bringing the volume up. It seemed like it wasn't as loud. But when I listen to it in the headphones, it's too loud. Or when you're doing ad-libs, sometimes you might think the ad-libs is not loud enough when you're listening to the studio monitors. But when you put them in the headphones, the ad-libs might be too high. So my point is that I can listen to detail. I can zoom out, close my mind. I don't got to listen to nothing around me. Everything is closed in. And I can listen to detail. I can listen to the smallest things. When it comes to surround panning, when it comes to a sound that's really sitting in the background. Smaller things. Like I say, ad-libs, overdubs. Might be too much reverb, might be too much delay. You can really hear how you finesse that delay or those effects on that sound. So my point is that if you ever decide to, mixing headphones, that's something you should take in your mind and run with, Like I say, everybody had these different ways of doing things. There's no right or wrong. End of the day, people don't care about what you use, what you mixed on and what you mastered on. All they care about is the quality of your music is right. So whatever you're doing to get your quality of your music out, that's what matters. Stop listening to all the bull crap people talk about, oh, well, this is the only way you should do it. No, that's not the only way you should do it. You have to learn the basic techniques of everything that you use with music. when it comes to mixing, when it comes to using compressors, when it comes to EQs, when it comes to using a multi-band compressor. Anything is basic understanding of music and sound you have to understand. Once you understand the basic, it's all about your techniques and your skills. That's what separates the top engineers from the average Joes. This is YYBY. Leave a message if you have any questions or anything you'd like to talk about. Shalom.